Hi.
Yeah. Hi, how are you?
Um, I cannot complain about anything at the moment. To be honest,
Okay.
I'm quite good.
Yeah.
Mostly, I don't want to say anything out loud. I don't want to jinx it, but at the
Yeah.
moment, I'm super fine and I'm
Okay.
healthy, which is at the first place the most important thing. How are you?
Yeah. Yes, I'm also fine. Thank you. Also healthy, and I agree with you. I think at the moment that's the important thing to acknowledge that we are all, if we are healthy.
Yeah, thank
Where are
God.
you at the moment?
At the moment, I'm in Belgrade. It's in my
Okay.
hometown. It's my
Mhm.
capital city of Serbia. So I'm here. I made a big break about 1 year since Corona pandemic starts, and I'm here in Belgrade.
Mm.
But I am hoping to go back to Slovenia, where I'm working as an assistant and as a dancer of Edward Klug. So I'm
Okay.
really hoping to go back there. But at the moment, Slovenia, it's they are still in lockdown. It's really
Mm.
messy situation there. So I'm hoping for the best, of course, for them and also for me to go back there to work. But at the moment, I'm here in Belgrade.
In Belgrade. But when you said you took a break, was this break that you took before lockdown, or did it come with the fact that the world went in lockdown?
You know what? If you ask about my break or break
Mm.
working with Slovenia, if you ask for my break, I actually it was completely unexpected break.
Mm.
But with my job and with my career development, I stopped as everyone. When you all stopped, I stopped as well. That was the beginning of March, so I'm
Mm.
counting like it's already one
Yeah.
year. So since March, I'm in Serbia, and before that, I was in Slovenia, as I said, and
Mm.
I had also apartment in Zagreb, in Croatia, and I used to live there for two
Mm.
years, and I came back here with
Mm.
yeah when all starts the Corona.
What happened? But were you, and in that time when they announced the lockdown, were you busy with projects?
You know what? I was.
Mm.
I was under contract with Bolshoi Theater, and I was really looking forward to work with them. And I did January 2020, and I came back to Serbia beginning of February, and we should continue with work April and 12th of May. We had scheduled premiere with Bolshoi, but everything was
Mm.
tear down. So before Corona, I was super busy, and which is quite interesting and really good because I'm a freelancer. I
Mm.
don't have a steady job. I don't have a contract, which is like a flaw. But when it comes to advantages, like I can travel whenever I want, wherever I want, and it's also good when it comes to artists and to um, existing things.
Mm.
I can set my own prices, which is really good. And I can say from 2015 till 2020, I was working full time every month. I was changing, sweeping from country to country like 5 times per month, and I was super busy. And I liked it really.
Mm.
That's the kind of life that I'm really looking for, and that is the most comfortable position for me as an artist. Because me personally, I'm a person who like to explore, and I like challenges, and I love to travel. I love to be awake as much as I can. So if you ask
Mm.
me, I will not sleep at all. Maybe just 1 hour to rest my heart and mind just for
Yeah,
one
yeah,
hour,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
continue. Let's go. And then you can imagine what happened to me with all Corona pandemic happening. It was awful. I don't need to mention like everyone else. We all have and we had the same problems and struggling. But yeah, before Corona, I was super busy, quite busy, and I had a schedule till 2023, full schedule, and now everything is postponed and everything is
Yeah.
mixed up and messed up. So I'm looking for the best.
Yeah, but are many projects, are they just postponed, or are many projects also cancelled?
To be honest, from my side, actually, the job that I had agreed on, nothing is cancelled. Nothing's being
Okay,
cancelled. Everything is being postponed. So, for
okay,
example, the premiere of Master and Margarita that we had scheduled with Bolshoi, it's just postponed for this year. We're
okay.
supposed to have premiere last year, but it's going to happen this year. We are starting in July for 2 weeks, and in September 2 weeks, and then I'm going for a month and 10 days from 20th of October till 1st of December, when it's the
Okay,
premiere. So
okay.
so far it's there, and I also have scheduled Zurich Ballet, Switzerland,
Mm.
and instead of 2021, it is postponed for 2022, 22nd.
Oh, okay.
So
So
thank
at
God
least
nothing
they,
is cancelled.
yeah. So at least they proceeding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So when the lockdown was announced, you went back to Serbia immediately. Did you think it would be so long, that it will take so long?
Oh, to be honest, no, I didn't believe in Corona. I was quite suspicious because basically I don't believe in politics. I don't believe in governments. I'm not politics
Yeah.
oriented at all.
Mm.
So I was thinking that maybe it's just their usual tricks that they are playing on us constantly. And I
Yeah.
said, okay, it's something is happening. In order to, they need to make some cleaning. They need to do something. Obviously, and they are so
Yeah.
powerful that much that they had invented the new virus. But okay, we survived Ebola, we survived plague, everything we survived because
Yeah.
we are humans. But somehow it get out of control totally, and that was totally unexpected, and it gets me affected big time because I am extremely emotion person,
Mm.
extremely free person with a free will, and I love to fly as a bird, literally. So
Mm.
I was facing anxiety for the first time in my life. I couldn't
Really?
recognize myself. Of course, I was trying to standing straight, to be positive as much as I can, to clear my mind as much as I can. Okay, I was locked down in my house. It doesn't matter. I was alone. It doesn't matter. I was trying to have trainings to keep myself in shape, warming up, some improvising skills to improve. I was writing a lot because I had a idea for my new performance, for my new theater play. I was writing, I was reading, and I'm sorry, I just need to turn off my notification. Sorry. And
Yeah.
suddenly I found myself completely lazy and without will to live, not to
Mm.
mention to practice, to work, to read, to eat. I was really, really, really sad because I could not believe what is happening. And I couldn't believe, and I'm still cannot believing that they cannot find the cure this
Mm.
fast.
Mm.
I don't know. We don't need to mention about the all huge, big, successful scientists, and the world is crazy. They have answer about everything, and
Mm.
I'm not sure that they don't have answer to Corona, but it's
Mm.
a politics, and
Mm.
the world is super strong, and
Mm.
there's the leaders who are really powerful, and I think that it's all messed up.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah. But so you kept yourself motivated, and you just carried on, and you, like you say, you were writing. And so was it, do you think it was also a time where you got the time to be very creative? Do you think when now, after, in this, if you think back of it, that this uh, time alone and this quiet downtime brought out different creativity from you?
It depends. Let's say 50-50, because I'm the most creative when I'm super busy.
Oh, I see.
And
Okay.
I learned myself how to exist and how to cooperate with myself and with the rest of the world if I'm super busy. I'm really getting really well with that. So being quiet and being by myself a long time was strange and challenging for me, because there's a lot of times to think, and we all know that overthinking is not that good usually,
Yeah.
most
Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
time. So I was doing overthinking and overthinking and overthinking without proper quality sleep, without proper quality afternoon resting or napping. No, that was all forcing. Because after 1 week, after second week, you don't have anything to do more. My clean was spotless clean. I cleaned everything. I watch all the movies, all the shows, Netflix, like everyone else, HBO, like, and I found myself like, okay, I don't care about Corona. I don't care about government. I will go on the street. I'm going to run. I'm going to sing on the street. I'm going to do something. I don't care if I'm gonna get arrested, but I just have to go out. I was praying for God to let, I don't know, fly come in or bee or something, so I can talk with, because I really need someone to get in actual contact. Because
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love to hug, I love to kiss,
Yeah.
I really love people, and I felt I used to describe myself being bird trapped in a cage, but with the wings got cut off.
Oh,
So
okay.
it was like double trouble.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
have my
Yeah.
wings, and it's not enough. Without wings, we will put you in a cage, just
Oh,
for sure to
okay.
be
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
more devastated. So I was like, okay, it's not possible. But
Oh, yeah.
what is really interesting that uh, I'm trying to speak with you as a friend, completely open. So I love
Yeah.
to be open and directly honest. The interesting thing about the whole lockdown and curfews, I didn't cry. And when I'm
Oh,
finding myself that much vulnerable, I'm crying because I really love to solve things out, to
yeah.
find solutions. I really want me and everyone around me, including my closest ones, to be calm and happy and satisfied and healthy. And that was out of my control. Maybe I'm a control freak a bit much, so I love to hold everything controlling in a good way. And I thought, oh my God, I'm going to cry every day. No, somehow I ran out of the whole situation much stronger and brighter, let's say, if I may say like that.
Yeah. So do you think that this time then will make a different in the future, that you choreograph differently? Do you think it changed, or it made such an impact on you that something will come out of you from this time? Not that I say you'll create something Corona themed, but
Right, right.
that this difficult period for you will bring out something else.
That is for sure. That's for sure. You are completely right with that question, because I am equally dancer and a choreographer, and because I will be 33 this year, and I know that I cannot dance forever, especially because in the past I had a really couple of serious injuries. So I know that my body is not young and it's not completely how to say, whole, a whole body. I have some flaws. So, and I started to do choreography 4 years ago. At the moment, so far, extremely successful. And I said to myself, okay, this is the right path to go. And I'm also doing pedagogically work as well. And in Corona, when I was in lockdown, um, I started to do improv, to improvising even more than I used to do, and I found that I improved my choreographer style really good, in a good way. Something specific came out of all of that insecurity, sadness, disappointment, anxiety, sadness, whatever. and I found really interesting approach to the movement, and I found one interesting part of my choreographer signature that I can really put in the future, and I think it's going to be quite successful. I like it. Some of my tutors like it, so they also like, and I was like, okay, so there's a good things coming out of Corona
So
as well.
Yeah. So that's
So I think
positive.
it's going to be really payable in the future, I think, and also all those situations and inner emptiness in that moment forced me to listen to types and genres of music that I didn't listen usually, and I also found myself enjoying those music genres, and it was really interesting. And I also tried to combine that kind of music, that type of music, with the new style of choreography, and it turns out really interesting. So, woohoo!
So that's a wonderful thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I can say.
But do you think, I haven't spoken to many dancers yet, but with musicians, you find a lot of musicians coming together in this time. You know, it's sort of they either start collaborations but there seem to be more of a unity between them. Do you find the same with dancers? Because of course many dancers are connected to theaters, but in the freelance world, with dancing and choreography, do you think there will be more collaborations?
To be honest, I don't think that happened, and I don't think that is happening now, because dancers are we are really specific human species. We are depending, and we are relying on physical contact, skin to skin. Therefore, we are really full of enviness, which is completely understandable because the competition is huge. It's huge. I don't think it's the same thing with the musicians. I think it's also really specific, not also, but it is specific with ballet dancers. And I think that when it comes to dancers from theaters, they are in obligation to have online classes every morning, and to, you know, if they get a paycheck every day, every month, they still need to work as one, and at least pretend to try to be united as one. When it comes to freelancers, I'm not saying that is, I'm not talking in general, but freelancers, free spirit.
Okay.
It's logical. Yeah. It's really logical. So I'm not quite sure that freelancers used to stick together. I think that each of them try to find ourselves busy and entertaining on a different spots in the world, or on a different media platforms, or on a different Zoom meetings, Zoom classes. For example, each class I took online, I didn't see any of my colleagues or my friends are participated as I do. No one.
Yeah.
Everyone is on different, like each of us trying to find their own safe aura and safe zone out of familiar eyes, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
That I think, if I'm not quite sure if you're understanding what I want to say.
Yeah, I understand what you mean. Yeah.
So I think that is what happened with freelance dancers, artists. Yeah.
I'm also thinking, and because you are a dancer as well, and I know this. I think this something that you have as dancers, the fact that you have this physical closeness. I think there's not many art forms where you are that close to people physically. You know, since training at a very young age, and I'm always thinking that, even, you know, if you think I think, take it for example, at the Royal Ballet School, they start their training at the age of 11. I don't know how it was for you in Serbia, was also that age. So you think at that age, you know, girls start developing and boys a little bit older, but already then there's this very close physical contact, and even in future there's this contact, yet there's no there's nothing sexual about it. It's just a pure, in art, a pure physical contact to do these specific dances. And I'm thinking that in a time like Corona, where even ballet dancers who are connected with the theater, first of all, they don't have the space to move. So they're used to going into a studio, a big studio every day. So there's this space that they are not in anymore. And then also this physical closeness. And even though there's no, it's not necessarily to do with emotion, but it is still the contact. So also, do you think that could also affect you? That was also something that affected you emotionally, because not just that you're not busy, but that you really needed this, the people around you, and this contact from people.
Oh, absolutely. But as I said, for me, it's a bit different from the comparing with the rest of my friends and people that I know, because I'm really depending of closeness, really. And thank God, by in the time of curfew and the time of lockdown, I was in a relationship, and I'm still in relationship. But first month I was alone, and second month I was kind of reunited with my partner. So all that was super. It fits well. So I didn't feel anymore that kind of emptiness when it comes to closeness and connector with contact, human contact. But first month was like, that was extremely hard for me, because especially when I'm trying to express myself through dance. I love to dancing in a group, or I love to dance pas de deux. I love to dance duets, because that is the point of Miloš Isailović being a truly true 100% dancer and artist. And in lockdown, you don't have anyone to touch you, you don't have anyone to hug. By that time I was thinking, okay, I don't need to dance, I don't need to dance to hug someone. I would really love just to have a coffee with someone, even stranger, and just to hold hands, nothing else. Let's talk about lunch, about soup, whatever, but let's just hold our hands. So the answer of your question is that was really hard, but especially with us, because when you are growing as a dancer, and especially if you are a talented one, of course, you know already by that time, it doesn't matter if you are young, you know that this is something that you are going to do for the rest of your life. And it doesn't matter if you are that young. For example, when I was 8, we were all in a dressing room in the school, and we were all dressed up in front of each other. So that was the first time that you are seeing completely naked body of a boy, of a girl. Maybe those kind of growing up in artistic way, and also in your emotional development, you are realizing maybe already then what do you like, what do you not, when it comes to sexuality or something. And I want to say that kids ballet dancers are really mature already now. So, and I think the bigger influencer because of that is contact, skin to skin contact, dancing contact. So yeah, I understand what you mean.
So did how was your path when you started dancing? How old were you when you first started?
Oh, that's so beautiful question.
Mm.
And to be honest, I don't want to brag about it, but I really love to talk about it because it was extremely interesting journey for me. I was born in a really small town near to Bosnia border with Serbia. It's called Loznica city, and I found out about dance school, Latin
Mm.
and ballroom dance school, when I was
How old
nine.
were you?
9.
Oh, 9.
I
Yeah.
was 9, and my friend, she said to me that, oh, do you want to go to the to dance school? It's really interesting. We have some beautiful dances. I can teach you something. And I said, okay, you can teach me. And I immediately fell in love with the dance. And I went to my father and I said to him, listen, I want to go to the dance school. And my parents were extremely conservative because that city is super conservative.
Mm.
And in the history of that city, they never had dance school. Never. That was the
Oh.
first time ever.
Mm.
And my father was like, dance. I mean, my father is a beautiful man and human being,
Mm.
but he's a bit illiterate when it comes to art.
Mm.
Dance in Loznica, dance in this city. I said, please. Okay, let's go. And he said, okay, just for 2 classes and, just to put you and to enjoy yourself for 2 classes, and that's it. And he was asking me, you don't want to go to karate, or do you want to go to football, to soccer? I said, no, I really want to dance. And now when I remember, and now when I'm talking with my dad or with my mom, they were always saying, before you start dancing, you were constantly spinning around the house, spinning around across the living room. You were dancing and you were trying to imitate those girls behind singers,
Oh,
on a
yeah, yeah,
musical
yeah.
festivals or on the TV. I
Yeah.
was trying to repeat the choreography. That was really interesting, but they didn't pay attention on that, like that is something that I'm going to do for the rest of my life.
Mm.
They thought that I'm just a cheeky boy,
Oh,
really
yeah.
loved exploring things, and they're like, okay, he's specific boy. But then I went for a dance school, and my trainer, he said to me, okay, can I talk with your parents? And I said, did I do something wrong? He said, no, I just want to talk with your mom or dad if it's possible. I said to my parents, please go. My mom was like, I don't want to go there. What is that? Did you do something? Because you are a naughty boy. You love to do bad things. What did you do now? For God's sake, Miloš, why in a dance school? I said, no, I didn't do anything. I swear to God. And my dad said, okay, I will go. And my dad
Yeah.
went to talk with my trainer. And he said, I never see anyone this talented as he is. So what do you think of that we can prepare him for a competition? If
Mm.
you allowed, I would love to bring him to the competition so he can compete. And my dad said, I never heard of that competition in dance. If you think if that is okay, he can go, but please take care of him. He's really crazy boy, but if it's okay with you, I'm fine with that. And that's how I started. And I was
Okay.
6 year in a row state champion in
Wow.
Latin, in ballroom, and also in show dance. Show dance is a dance style when you are combine modern ballet, contemporary
Mm.
gymnastics, and along that aside you have a story which you have to present with your dance.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh,
in that discipline,
congratulations. Yeah.
thank you. With that, in a show dance discipline, I was European and world champion
Oh,
for Yugoslavia.
fantastic.
Back then, it was Yugoslavia. That was a big
Oh, okay.
country
Yeah.
back then. And when I was 11, my teacher came to my. Actually, I'm so sorry. I completely messed up. I started dancing when I was 6.
Oh,
But
okay.
I started to think about ballet when I was 9. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
So
No,
I
no, no.
started
Yeah.
dancing when I was six, but when I was 9, I started to think about ballet because my teacher said to my parents that I should go somewhere for proper education,
Mm.
and I need some really good school because he think that I have extremely a wide diapason of dance. So I'm not just for Latin or ballroom or gymnastic. He thinks that I will be super in ballets. And then from when I was 9 till 9, 11, they were thinking, and they found elementary ballet school in Belgrade. And with my 11 years, I came alone in Belgrade, and I was super young, and I finished 4 years elementary school in 2 years. So I skipped 2 grades because they said that I was extremely talented, and somehow I did it. I finished 4 years in 2 years. And then I got into ballet high school. And after that, I used to work in National Theatre of Belgrade and as a classical and as a modern dancer. But also before that, I went for Ballet Academy to Zurich in Switzerland. I got a scholarship. There. Unfortunately, I didn't finish because back then I was 14. I was super young and I didn't speak English at all. Plus, my mother got really serious sick back then. And I was really connected with my mom, and I was super sad, and I couldn't find myself enjoying there. Plus, always I was leaning 70% towards contemporary dancing rather than classical. Really. And that academy was strictly for classical dancers. And I can say, and God is a witness, I was God-giving classical talent for classical ballet. I had women qualities such as flexibility, feet, everything, but I didn't like that much classical ballet as I love contemporary. And then I came back. I was dancing in the National Theatre of Belgrade for 3 seasons. And then there's a Bitev Theatre, and they opened Bitev Contemporary Dance Company. And I got a contract for 9 years. I was dancing there for 9 years. And 2015, I moved to Slovenia, where I become assistant of Edward Klug, and I become his lead dancer. So that is like
amazing.
Small part, but there's a lot of details and ornaments in that on that tree.
Around
but
it.
We don't have a time now. Yeah.
But and your mom, did she got well?
Yes. Thank God. I mean, I have my mom alive, but she is a disabled person. She is an invalid at the moment, but I'm grateful that she's alive, and I still have time and opportunity to see her and to hug her, which is really important. But I didn't want to mention this in a sad way, like poor me, listen my story. I just wanted to say that I skipped from classical ballet also because of my mom, because back then was everything stressful for a 14-year-old.
But that's the thing, that I think those things happen sometimes maybe that happened so that you changed your path, so that you went in a different direction. So sometimes things happen and we don't really realize why, but I think everything falls into place. And also you were 14 years old. I think sometimes when you are 14 years old or when you are younger, you think everything feels such a rush, or you think you have to do something, but there's actually so much time. And I think now in this year that we were forced to slow down, we realize actually that there's really no rush to anything. Everything will fall into place.
Absolutely, for sure. Plus everything happens for a reason. I'm standing for that with all my body, with all my mind. Everything happens for a reason. Why it's like that, we will see. Maybe in 2 months, in 2 years, in 22 years. But when that time comes, you will say, oh, that is because of that. And now I understand. But our biggest flaw is that impatience. We are so impatient. Yeah. We need to be patient and to just, slowly.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
have life ahead of us, which is the biggest gift. Because of Corona, I lost some friends. I lost my really good friend. He was my doctor for injuries. He was beautiful physicians. He was chiropractic as well. He was acupractic, and he was the best doctor for body. And I lost him because of Corona. And I said to myself, everything is unpredictable. Everything is super. It's changing hour by hour, day by day. So every time, every day when I woke up, I'm saying out loud, "Oh, I'm so happy I'm alive. I have another day." Every day, it's a new opportunity. So we just have to be really calm, and we just have to stay with clear head as much as we can. I know it's super hard, but we made it through World War I, World War II, and biggest epidemics situations, much more heavy than this one. But 21st century is already without Corona super heavy for all of us.
Yeah.
I can see, and we can see that people are tired. People are constantly fighting and fighting and fighting. Rich one, poor one, it doesn't matter. We are all fighting constantly. And now with Corona, you can see who is strong, really. And you can see that money doesn't play a role at all. You can be the richest man in the world, but you just lost your closest ones because of Corona. And there is no amount of money to bring him back. So what is it? Let's be just grateful for the things that we have. Like just an hour ago, I was like, oh, I would love to eat something sweet. I'm trying to keep myself fit as much as I can. I don't want to eat sugar. And I found dates.
Yeah.
Dates. And in the pack, I had 3 dates, just 3 pieces. And I was so happy. I was like, oh my God, I found like 400 grams of Milka chocolate. I was so happy, which means that I love to enjoy small things. Oh, and I was eating 1 date for like 10 minutes. Bite. I was super happy, basically. So it's nice.
Amazing. Yeah. But I think we start appreciating also more things because because of this time.
Exactly.
Yeah. But Miloš,
Exactly.
do you think arts now in this time that we focus on so many things, do you think artists are valued?
No, and it will never change. It will never change, and it should stay like this because we are distinctive, we are delicate, we are specific, and we should stay like this. If it would be that much valuable like the rest of things like tennis or football or whatever, we would lose that sparkle that makes us so specific. And not everyone should get opportunity and chance to come to Wiener Staatsoper and to see the performance. Not everyone. I think that's the way it is. And I art, dance, there is no such money. And people, big people who are on the top, they can see that they cannot see profit out of art. But somehow art should exist, and it should be like this. And we don't want to stuck our nose into that. We will transfer ourselves and our accounts, bank accounts, to tennis, to football, to whatever. But when it comes to art, especially when it comes to ballet, I don't think it's going to change ever. And I think it shouldn't change. It should stay like this. And like this, we are still happy. Like this,
But
we are
what
still.
about but what about the audiences? So if you think now most of the audiences are older, and I've also heard that many tourists visit the Staatsoper just because of the fact that it's the Staatsoper, not necessarily because of the ballet that's there. And then they leave after the first, after interval or before interval. But I'm thinking that if you look at art and the appreciation of art and the appreciation of artists, not that I say that it has to become more common, but that we need people to understand and to respect, so that art has a specific place, so that people who visit the Staatsoper, for example, would be a younger audience, or over the world. I'm not just talking about Vienna, but I'm saying that less and less money is being invested in art organizations. It can be that there's in a small country side place in somewhere in the world, there's a possibility that there's a boy like you who wanted to dance, but that there was no funding for a school to start, or there was no teacher available to teach him. And that would have been then somebody who hasn't had that opportunity. And I'm thinking that my thinking is this way, that if we could educate children in art, not necessarily to become artists, or not necessarily to become dancers, but because of the brain development, because of the psychological way of thinking, like you are thinking now. So I believe that dancers, musicians, all artists have a way of problem solving, have a way of perseverance, of motivating themselves. All these things that I hear from artists that I speak to are all very positive things, and how you deal with lockdown, how you deal with these situations, that comes from the fact that you are a trained dancer, that you have that artistic qualities, and that you have had the opportunity to go through that training. So if we could make art as a subject in the schools alongside maths and science, for example, to make a society where people are more tolerant, where people are more accepting of new ideas, of accepting of things that is, so example for dancers, you accept each other, you are more tolerant, you are more open-minded.
We are.
But that comes from the fact that you have had this career and this training in dance.
Exactly.
It changes the brain, yeah. So I'm thinking that if we could do that, and then that would mean that the politicians of the next generations will be knowledgeable in what art really is. There would be more appreciation for art. There would be more investment in art organizations, because art would then have a very prominent place in society. So I hear what you say. It will still be the elite, or this. It will still be a specific person who would become the artist. Not everybody becomes the artist, but the person becomes the artist. But the audience will be there to appreciate this. You know
what? I have like one sentence, and I'm sorry. With this subject, I will just say one sentence that I'm strongly believe that is true. Artists can get very well along with all classes of society. That good that we are super dangerous for everyone, which means that we are well educated, not by the books, but by life. And we know, because we are well informed, because we are open-minded, that much that we can get information and to proceed better than average human, average people. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
No,
here.
no, no. Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that is why art is not that well supported by law, by government, by politics, because we
Mm.
are threat.
Oh, I see.
They
Yeah, you
they
said
can
that way.
see
Yeah.
they can see that artists can survive with $100 and with $100,000.
Mm.
We can survive and we can live freely and happily, and still with that amount of average salary of being a ballet dancer, I'm surviving perfectly.
Mm.
You know, and I think that
Yeah.
is the most it's the biggest truth about the artist. We are so dangerous
Yeah.
just
Oh,
because
okay.
we can equally enjoy with a skid row on the street drinking beer from a can, and
Mm.
also enjoying being a classy dressed on an open ball,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
and to enjoy equally. I
Yeah.
remember I went with Susan
Mm.
to for a cocktail. We were dressing up beautifully. We were enjoying. Three
Mm.
days after, we were laughing and enjoying equally on the street on a
Mm.
bench.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is our
Yeah.
advantage.
Yeah. Yeah. You
That
are so
open
right.
minded.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that.
You are so right. Yeah. Miloš, tell me, do you have a hobby? What did you do except for dancing and creating and being wonderfully interesting? What did you do that your hobby is probably as interesting as you are? Did you have a hobby, something that you did that you normally don't have time for?
Well, don't be that sure, because uh, when I have a lot of free time,
Mm.
when I'm not working that much, I can be extremely lazy, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah.
my main hobby is cooking.
Oh, okay. Mm.
Oh, mamma mia! I love to cook. My dear, just say which kitchen, which cuisine do you want me to cook for you,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna cook for you. I love to watch 24 Kitchen channel. I love to
Mm.
watch America's or Australian Top Chef. I
Mm.
love to watch recipes on social medias, and I love to exploring and to trying new things.
Yeah.
So I love to make equally savory and salty, savory and sweets, salty and sweet things. I know dishes on fork, on a spoon, whatever you
Mm.
want, in the oven, on a pot, whatever. I'm really good cook,
Okay.
and I love to brag about that more than I'm bragging about being a
Oh,
good
okay.
dancer, a
I
good
just
cook.
I just have one question for you. Will you marry me, please?
Absolutely. Just say when, and I'm all yours. Like I always saying to Susan, like, how do you have that beautiful mother inside and outside? Like,
Oh,
can
thank
she
you.
be can she be that beautiful? Plus your hobby, what are you doing? And your hobby of taking photos of love people of on the street, and is that is so inspiring and is so
Oh, thank you
rich
so much,
in
Miloš.
so many ways. So Petra, tan tan ta 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 ta. Yes, I do.
Thank you, Miloš.
My
We'll,
pleasure, trust me.
we'll set the date.
Yes, please, please. But that means that you have to learn to teach me Afrikaans.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, that's
Okay.
easy. That's easy. Around the table of food, we will speak Afrikaans.
Exactly. I agree totally, totally, totally. Oh, beautiful.
Um, Miloš, I have, yeah, what I want to know now from you is what is your wish for when this is all over? How would you like to see things change, or you want to have things stay the same?
You know what? I will start to say that from my point of view and from my angle, from my home door. I would love to, first of all, I would love to have my closest ones alive
Mm.
next to me. And I also want to be, of course, I love alive along with them, and to be healthy, nothing else. And I also wish that to all people, to all of you, to all of us, to stay healthy and to stay alive, to be alive, because there is no such a beautiful thing in the world as being alive. This life is amazing. And when it comes to work, when it comes to our daily, monthly, yearly routines, everything is going to back to normal. That is for sure, because we are humans. We are machines, you know, we are really strong. We have no idea how strong we are. So I see that people are going to try to get back on the feet fast, instantly, and I think it's going to be wrong, because we don't have patience. As I said, I just wish that people would be more patient and to grow and to go back on their feet slowly, step by step, and success is there. But as I see in 2023, Corona is not going to be this strong as it is now. We are going to learn how to live with it. By that time, we are going to all get shot. We are going to all get vaccines. And I think that is a good thing. By then, everything is going to be fine with that. Maybe we are going to still wearing masks. But as I know, all the Japan and China and South Korea, they are wearing masks for 20 years already, because of pollution, because of, you know, bad air. They are wearing. So it's not going to be that uncommon and strange for us. But I think that we are going to survive, and we are going to fly away of the situation much stronger, much brighter than we are now. That is my opinion, to be honest. Yeah.
Do you think audiences will be hungry for live entertainment, and do you think you know, they would visit the theaters more?
Definitely. I think that people equally, both of them, who appreciate and who not appreciate that much art and theaters, I think all of them will they are going to be hungry for that, because whether they want to admit or not, people usually and often escapes from daily routines or daily stressful lives into the theaters to relax themselves. That's why I'm always saying, let's remind why old Greeks and Romans, why they invented theaters, for entertaining. So that is the main purpose of having a theater and working in the theater, to entertain people. And I love that. So I think, people are going to appreciate theaters more. That is for sure, especially drama theaters, because drama art, it's more close to people. It's more, you know, because drama is also equally to movies. And that's why people maybe love drama more than ballet when it comes to theaters. But also I think that people in general are going to be hungry for new things. So those who didn't have experience watching ballet, they will put themselves into that and go to watch and to recommend that to another, and that one will recommend to another. So I think it's going to be much more people many people involved than it's now, I think.
I love that idea. I really love that, and I love your wish as well. I hope that everything comes true from your wish.
Thank you.
And thank you so much. This was really so lovely and inspiring, and I love your insights into things.
Thank you so much. I was really honored when you have asked me if I want to participate with you, if I want to talk with you live. I was really honored, because I knew 100% from the bottom of my heart that with you I can be myself, the true me, especially with Susan. That's why I appreciate your family big time, and I love you guys.
Thank you so much.
With all my heart, because I saw you, I see you, I felt you, I feel you. So
Miloš, and
thank
I
you so
feel
much.
you too. And now
Thank
I
you
thank
so
you
much.
And please, when you are back in Vienna, then we have to meet in person again, and then we can have a further discussion.
Exactly, and we can say yes to each other.
Exactly. Miloš, So is it all right if I post this conversation on YouTube?
I'm sorry?
May I post this conversation on YouTube?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay.
Out in public, absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay. Thank you so much, and have
Thank
a
you.
lovely evening, and thank you again for talking to me.
Thank you so
Bye-bye.
much. Please keep safe, and stay lovely
will.
as you are. Okay.
Oh, thank you. You too. Bye.
All the best. Bye.
Bye.